Follow.
This is Raven coming at you. In this video, I want to show you how to complete your mastery dungeon for Zunimassa'S set for the Witch Doctor. And actually, this set dungeon is actually pretty good size. It's not a small set dungeon. Let me show you what I got in the cube. Wilkins Reach, Grasp of the Dead no longer has a cooldown. This is what it's all about, the set dungeon, is Grasp of the Dead. If I'd had this in my chest, I would have put it over here. And I'm using Prevent All Fire Damage because the elites in there do have fire damage. So that makes the dungeon a little easier, where you don't have to worry about the fire. And then, of course, you need cooldown. Reduce the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second. And I'm wearing the Ingoon too for a little more cooldown. And I got the buff belt for a little more speed. Of course, I'm wearing the helm. I got travelers on. There's actually a few different ways you can do this set dungeon, but you really need zombie dogs or gargantua with you. Either one you want to use is fine, because they'll help you clean up the monsters before they get too close to you, because if they do get too close, you automatically fail the dungeon. Let me show you the location here. You got to go to Act 3, the core of Arret. Got to go on here. Let me turn on the map. I already went through here. Just hang on to the wall. Go all the way up here and a portal will show up before you turn this corner. It's not too far. Not that big of an area. It's not too far to go. And I got Spirit Walk on. And this is one thing you got to be careful also within a dungeon, the Spirit Walk. Because for this dungeon, if you get too close to the enemy, you fail the dungeon automatically. So if you do use it, be careful with it. Dungeon of Zunimassa'S Haunt. Grip 150 enemies in a primary zone of Grasp of the Dead. Do not allow any enemies into melee range. That means you need to keep your distance. You need to keep out of the way. And as soon as you get in there, start spawning Grasp of the Dead. And start killing all the monsters and stuff. We want the mastery, complete both objectives, and kill all monsters within the time limit. Let's go in here and see if we can do this. Get my monsters up. Get the dogs up. I'm just going to start spawning this. See how they're attacking them? You gotta have some help with that. Then you got a long area here. Plus that'll help them from getting too close to you. Got to get this long area out of the way. It's a big area, actually. It really is. It's a big old square. We've completed here. I'll show you the map. I want to try to go down the center. Where I can kind of work both sides here. That's what's nice about it. You can spawn it a little bit of everywhere. That really helps, because it's actually a big place. You can use Piranha if you have to, which is fine. But you want to make sure you don't kill all your monsters with it, because you got to have 150. I want to make sure I get them over here, because it's such a big area. Definitely isn't small.
Needs more time.
want to run at you too, so you got to be real careful. Just keep spotting that. Should have enough monsters to do this. Want to make sure I got them all. Sometimes there's one over there.
Not ready yet.
I got a few more to go before I can get my 150.
Need more time.
Give that a minute.
Not ready yet. Needs more time.
It's a big set dungeon, actually.
Need more time. The truth burns you.
Not a little one. Definitely isn't little.
Needs more time.
Got a few seconds. Not long. Seconds.
Not ready yet.
There it is. It's kind of ornery. It's just the way the area is. And the best way I found is just kind of go down the middle. Kind of work both areas. And I didn't have long left. But it is a little ornery to get done. It's not the easiest set dungeon. You definitely got to have Raby dogs or Gargantua with you to help keep the monsters away. In case they, once they get too close to you, you'll fail the dungeon automatically. That's why you got to be careful with the Spirit Walk. But let's go in town. I'll show you what I used in a cube.
I am returning.
But it is a little ornery. It might take you a couple tries, but it will take a couple times where you can figure out a path to kind of to get the set dungeon done, because it's a big area. Let me show you what I got. Of course, I got Wilkins Reach, Grass of the Dead, Reaver. I got Travelers. There's a couple different ways you can do this. Like I said, I would have wore this on my character if I would have had it in a chest. But I did it this way. You can do it this way. And then I got your skills cooldown are reduced by 9 seconds for 15 seconds after killing enemies. And like I said, I wore buff belt for a little additional speed. And that works out really good. Let me show you the skills. I used Confident, Ritual, you deal 25% extra damage. Grave Injustice. Pierce the Veil, all your damage is increased by 20%. Let me show you the skills here. Of course, Grass of the Dead. Unbreakable Grasp, removes the mana cost and increases the amount enemies are slowed, so you don't have to worry about mana costs on this. And I didn't use poison dart. Of course, I used my fetish army and piranhas. You want piranhas? That really helps up with the cleanup and just killing some extra monsters. Like I said, I used the zombie dogs, but you can use gargantua if you wish. You need one of them. You definitely need one of them to help do this set dungeon. It'll be a lot easier if you have them on. You can use gargantua or your zombie dogs, and of course spirit walk, honored guest, and you will be able to get it done. But it's just a little difficult to figure out a way to go through it. Even though it's a square, you'd think it'd be pretty easy. But I usually try to go down that long path, and then I'll go straight down the middle and try to work both sides to get that done. Well, I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, give me a thumbs up. This is Raven. This is Raven out. Now this dungeon is not real small. It looks like a big old square, but it's kind of difficult to run. You might figure out your own way to run it. Let's take a look at the map. You wouldn't think it'd be too difficult because you'll come in right here. There'll be some monsters here. Then you go down here. What I'm trying to do is zigzag. You can go back and forth like this, or you can go all the way down, come back up, down, come back up. Either way seems to be okay.